The final part of Spyro is here, and because of that, TJ left us because he's gotta level up his 36
He caught
World of
COVID.
Warcraft characters.
He should have worn his mask. And you...
Yeah, he has to level up Zenaldriar of the Orc clan.
I really feel like I've been on this long journey with you guys, and now that I understand Spyro so much, I really appreciate the time that I've spent with you all.
It's magical.
As a relative outsider, watching this footage, assuming you've been watching it, and I assume you haven't, how do you feel about Spyro? Do you have an actual better understanding?
Not really, because it's just been mostly the same stuff over and over again.
Yep, that's Spyro 1. You get it.
Oh, sick. True gamer.
Bring him on.
Bring him on! I'm ready!
In each of Nasty's lands. Then you can
Look at all those lens flares. So epic.
Oh, look at all those Eggman's lens flares.
God.
I don't know why, but there's just something about this level where it's literally just one platform in the middle of the ocean. It's just there's just been always something really appealing about it as a kid. Just being like, wow, this is the final world, and it's just this one. It's just this one like circle.
It's just dumb dragon heads chained to a wooden plank in the water.
Yeah, it's like at least North Cove has like a thematic like section of where it is. It's like, oh, you enter the door and like, oh, there's the cove. But then like Twilight Harbor, it's like, oh, it's inside this dragon mouth. Okay. Also, yeah, I managed to squeak, yeah, because there's only technically 4 levels, and they really are pretty short, so managed to squeeze all of it into this one part. I was originally going to split up into 2, but I'm like, no, that final part's going to be so short.
This final part that is exactly 35 minutes long.
Well, 35 minutes isn't that long compared to, say, like a one 22-minute video and one, like, 14-minute video.
I'm telling you when to cut the video, so it's an exact time.
Yeah, we'll see. Whatever. But then you have to keep into account like the time after we talk about this. Then we also gotta add into effect.
That's why you have to cut it short, Stefan.
But then we also need the 20 seconds for the end roll, and we can have the end title card and all that
I
stuff. You
said
can subscribe to our
cut the
Patreon.
video.
Stefan!
Really, he's doing great considering this level takes 90 minutes to complete on its own, so...
Oh,
I know, right?
Does it really?
poor sweet Stefan.
Wait, why does it take
Don't
90
let that
minutes?
bully you, okay? If he does that again, you can bring it to me.
Bully the bully. I love that in Mario 64.
You know what? I take it back. Let's
What?
all bully Stefan. Hey, Stefan, how's Canada with your Toys R Us?
Healthcare.
Yeah, with your virus management. Oh, wow, look at you.
Keep up the worry works, Nasties.
Must be nice to have a vague grip of what to do when things happen.
I'd be Nork Bootsy in my Nork boots if
Sucks
I
to
were
suck.
Nork Boots.
Suck.
So obviously I haven't been paying attention. Have you been editing all these interactions?
Yeah, I've been fucking with all the dragons.
I hope the
just
last
did-
one is normal, just so it's a disappointment.
I already did a couple normal ones just to
Oh,
just,
well,
to,
that
just
just-
to change it up.
Okay.
I
Actually,
gotta
no, that's a
say-
lie. I only did one normal one.
Gotta say, I agree with Skylar, Stefan. What the heck?
This is why you'll never make it in community theater. That was really mean. I apologize.
I was in my theater group in high school.
And I was gonna say, I forgot for a second. You actually,
It was like the most
we're both a
insulting
thespian.
non-insult.
You'll never be on the stage again.
well, now.
Well, I mean now.
Hey guys, check out my Zoom play. Sweet for Zoom and Slaughter. Carnival Night Zone.
I'm just imagining Stefan making it to Hollywood and like fucking Chris Nolan's there directing his newest movie, and he's like, A, you're not allowed to sit on this set. B, you're not allowed to be on this set because you didn't edit all the dragons and Spark Dragon Reignited.
No, Chris Nolan is busy being all, hey, go catch a fever to go watch my movie in the theater. That was an accidental pun. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry.
Oh, Mr. Games Enlisted, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be like a huge movie star like The Rock, and I'll be sitting at the bar with your movie on the TV, drowning my sorrows away spitefully while cursing you.
The
That
Rock
damn
isn't
Games
a movie
Enlisted
star.
took away
That's
everything
Dwayne
I had.
Johnson.
I could have been a contender.
And then you don't
Man,
pay for
I
your
was
beer
I was
and get
about
done.
I was about to say something about it, but I was like, no, that's even more nerdy for me. That's way too
do that
nerdy.
all the
Oh, I
time.
thought you were gonna say an insult. And I was
No,
like, wow, that's very
that's
considerate
exactly
to stop
no.
it.
If it was an insult, I would say it right away. But
So, what's everyone's favorite Fast and the Furious movie?
I've only seen the first one, so
it's
that's probably my
5. It's
favorite.
got to be 5. It's got to be 5.
I've only
Everybody's
listened
is
to the
5.
soundtrack of Too Fast, Too Furious. I haven't seen any of the movies.
I can't remember. I mean, it has some Ludacris on there, but that's all I remember. One of the famous
Luda.
ones.
Skylar, what choices
Too
in
fast
life
for
led you to
your
the
mind.
point where you're like, yo, I'm gonna put on the Too Fast, Too Furious soundtrack to the movie I haven't seen?
Because my older brother had a lot of rap CDs, and I would listen to them sometimes.
Hey,
It was the early 2000s. It was a
the
different
first
time.
Fast and the Furious.
Oh, guys, it's here. It's the absolute worst dragon in the game.
I just want to.
Well, yeah, his name is Tomas.
I need to go on record saying the Fast and
Shout out to my
Furious
friend Tomas.
movies,
R.I.P.
Especially by such a little
Wait.
dragon.
the soundtracks are fire.
what I mean
Straight
is,
up. I respect your
always
decision
believed
listening
in
to
you,
Fast and
Spyro.
Furious soundtrack.
You gotta believe. Believe.
I hate that they just made it so goddamn obvious. It's like in the original, just you gotta believe, and if you know what it's referencing, you're like, that's cute. But now he's just like, you gotta believe, and I'm like, good,
Hey,
fuck you.
speaking of, I just want to give it.
All the best rappers wear orange beanies.
Speaking of rappers,
Shout
I
out
just
to
want to give a
Madison.
shout out to the Urban Assault remix of Limp Bizkit's Rollin' with Redman, Method Man, and DMX on the first Fast and the Furious soundtrack. That song is straight fire.
Yeah, that one needed a shout out now in 2020. Go check out this hot banger if you haven't heard it.
Hey, if you don't like
know
it,
about the song,
you
but I
can
didn't know
move
it was
in
on the
or move
soundtrack.
out. Get your hands up and hands down.
Whoa,
Back-
back up, back up.
Tell me, what are you going to do now?
Keep rolling.
I'm gonna bury AJ Styles in this boneyard.
Fuck you, Skylar. We could have just kept this up. This whole part could have been us reciting Rollin', and you ruined it.
Yeah.
I'm not really in a position to stop you at this point, so you could have did it really.
You don't want to mess with Limp Bizkit? You can't mess with Limp Bizkit because we get it on every day and every night. You see this
See
platinum
this
thing
platinum
right here?
thing right here.
Well, yeah.
We're doing it all the time.
Say better.
So you better get some better beats and get some better rhymes.
My time is up. My time is now. You can't see me.
Where'd you go?
Okay, let me-
Also, LOL. Also, LOL. Donkey Kong guys here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You gotta mention the Donkey Kong guys.
wait. Are you just talking about the barrel, or are there actual Donkey Kong guys?
Well, no, the guy that they're throwing the barrels like Donkey Kong.
Oh, that is such a reach. Get out of here.
It's not a reach.
Yeah, it is. Just like
Not
those
really.
guys reaching for the barrel. Oh, throwing a barrel. That's a Donkey Kong reference. Hey, look at those Chaos Emeralds. Is that the Sonic guy in there?
The Sonic guy.
Oh, it's
I
a
think you mean
checkerboard
Sonic.
4. It must be a Sonic 3D Blast reference, guys.
See, now we're talking
No,
like
no, you
actual
see-
FTCR again.
No, you see, this isn't an actual good game. That is a good game, so that's what makes it different.
Sonic 3D Blast got a director's cut. That's all I'm saying.
It did.
Shout out to Game
Also, I fucked up.
Yep, I do that
You're
every single time.
supposed to go through the thing. Like the one
wow.
level where it's like, oh, you actually have to go through the gate and finish.
God.
Got him.
It's back.
Thank you for speeding up the walk of shame, by the way.
It's gotten to the point where I hear him saying Ryan Reynolds.
Rhino, Rhino. And there, now it's good. Although you don't actually get to see it open up like you do in the original. When you go up to it, then it opens up, and it's like, oh, it's so epic and cool.
Yeah, it's like, why even keep that requirement if you're not going to at least show the thing opening up after doing that? I like this remake, but there's just a lot of little things, and I'm like, man, why'd you do...
Speaking of little things.
Oh, yeah. It's Splatoon now.
Ah, yeah.
I thought you were going to jump into the water. Like, this is a no-hit run. Try again.
Twilight
Yeah,
Harbor.
so you have
I prefer New Moon.
The machine guns are all placed by paint guns because the ESRB is like, no.
No.
Oh, is that a Splatoon reference?
I mean, it could be. You never know.
If only someone had said that, Skylar.
I rescind my apology about earlier. Carnival Night Zone.
So,
I've already...
what is your favorite Twilight book? Because we're in the Twilight something. Twilight Harbor.
I'm ready for the new one. I think it's going to be
There's
okay.
a new one?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's taken from Edward's perspective. It's called
It's-
Midnight Sun, I think.
Huh.
Depending on when this comes out. It's either already out or coming out.
Is this done by
Great book.
Stephanie Meyer or...
Yeah.
It,
See what it got announced, and my mom was like, "Oh, buy it for me," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll order it." And then I looked it up because I was like, "Wait a minute," because I heard that it's about Twilight from the perspective of Edward, and I'm like, "Wait, didn't they already make this book?" And I was like, I swear I was going crazy, and I looked it up, and it's like, "Oh no!" For the 10th anniversary, they released a version of Twilight where it was a gender swap version, where Bella was a guy and Edward was a girl. So I was like, that's what I was thinking
interesting.
of.
So,
What?
it's this so Stephanie Meyer's not J.K. Rowling, like, in terms of her views.
Well, I mean, as far as we know, she's just... Wait.
Thank you for rescuing
She
me.
has a Twitter.
I
Give
forgot,
it 3
yeah, they
years.
I forgot that they changed that dragon where instead of since he's the last one who says thank you for releasing me, they changed it so he's like, for rescuing me. Wink, wink.
Did you get it?
But yeah, as far as we know, I don't think Meyer has said or done anything
Transphobic.
like actually bad.
Okay.
Hey guys,
Going-
remember the 8-bit mode from Uncharted 4?
Yeah, I really like when Nathan Drake does the parkour in that game and says a funny one-liner.
Oh yeah, me too. It's
I
my
gotta go
favorite
back
part.
to this gender swap 10th anniversary book. Not because I care about Twilight, but because I have a question I've been meaning to ask and I didn't get to, and so it's been bothering me. And instead of just asking the question, I'm just going to keep describing my feelings about it.
Hey, Spyro.
It's okay,
Okay.
you're among friends.
Yeah, I just gotta get this one off my chest, guys. Did they?
Mr. Fun, who's that
was it like a
dragon?
control? Was it like a control F and replace thing, or was it like actually altered to make a little more sense?
No, it was basically I didn't read I didn't actually read through the whole thing.
That's
But
fair.
I did go. But what they did was that they took it was like like how some books where they have like the half of it and then the other half of the book where you flip it upside down and then there's like the other half is like so it's like oh God, why can't I speak right now?
I've never heard of that in
It's
my life, so no worries. I'm trying to process that while
Yeah, so it's basically it was the original Twilight, like the 10th anniversary of the book took like the original book Twilight, and then the second half of it on the other side of the book was the version of the story but gender swapped. And I didn't read through it, so I didn't know how much they changed. But from what I understand, it's pretty much just the same story, but now Bella's a guy, and Edward's a girl. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
weird.
I think because at the time it was just kind of like, oh, they did it because it was an easy thing for money and stuff.
That makes more sense. Looking at it from that angle.
I mean, that's basically why Midnight Sun is, because like, oh, I mean, Midnight Sun seems even more like the whole gender swap thing seems like that would have been better as like an original idea, but this is just from his perspective. It's like it's literally the exact same story, just now from a different POV.
Boy, I hope Bella and I get 3 more books together.
You know, I actually
I'm more-
tuned out a little bit ago and I started focusing on this game. This looks kind of fun.
Good, smart.
This game is so much fun.
Yeah, man.
I love the graphics.
Spyro's okay.
I love the gameplay.
Yeah, we should do a let's play of this game, guys.
Let's do the PS1 versions. I think that'd be fun.
Let's do it on the PS Classic.
I think we should redo the last few parts so TJ doesn't get any screen time.
Yeah, on
So
the
that
10th
we don't
anniversary
have
of
to be
this
on here?
LP. On the 10th anniversary of this LP, we'll do a version of these parts without TJ to get the other perspective.
Oh god.
And then after we'll do a version where it's only TJ.
Sonic Crackers coming June 2017.
Is TJ our Edward Cullen?
Yes.
Oh my
Could be.
god.
The T in TJ stands for Edward.
Edward Jedward.
No, it's just Edward. the T and J are silent.
Oh, EE. Skylar and I know all about E EE.
hey. Yeah, remember her feelings towards Otacon?
Oh, I've never forgotten.
Otacon.
Oh.
Oh man, the 90-minute level is all complete.
Otacon had a tough life.
Okay, so for some reason, like which I've never understood, where it's like it's called Nasty's World, but then this place is called the Nork Nexus, and it's like, why does this one have two names?
And why does his
I'm
door have his
puzzled.
name on it?
Yeah, why does he have a door? Why does he have his own thing? Like, shouldn't you want to keep it like why shouldn't you want to like keep it safe so nobody comes and sees him?
Yeah, like, did the dragons put the letters there and they were just like putting the name of the animal in the cage at the shelter, or
I know it was I know it's like the whole they did it just to save money on dragon models, but I kind of like that all the dragons that you get in this level are all dragons that you caught like earlier in the game, which I think retroactively, like, the story reason is that they came here to try to fight Nasty and then got taken out again,
yeah.
which is just hilarious.
So I forgot earlier. I before we started this part, I pulled up some old magazine ads for Spyro because I remembered one from Disney Adventure, and I realized that instead of talking about something relevant and retro, I talked about Twilight. I hate myself.
Way to go. You just determined the direction of this whole part.
I did. Anyway, check these bad boys out. It's the snowman.
My favorite one. My favorite Spyro magazine ad is the one where he's just floating in an orange void, and it says, "Make friends with Spyro. He has enough enemies," and then the enemies are just dopely hanging out underneath him.
Oh right, I remember that one.
I'll post that in there for Stefan's easier reference later.
I've definitely seen that one. My favorite has to be the one that I remember the most is this snowman one from.
They're so fucking goofy. Just those models.
These are some round lads and lasses.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about the snowman one.
It is. I had that in.
Yeah, I only remember like the the Spyro ad I remember the most is the commercial where it's the talking sheep who's like protesting the game because it's like
yeah.
Spyro kills sheep.
I remember the ad
Couldn't
from
do that these days.
from Disney Adventures magazine. I had the Toy Story 2 one. And yeah, I remember that.
I prefer Disney Adventure 2.
Wish they'd make a Disney Adventure 3. They keep teasing it on social media.
No, the Walmart Canada is teasing it on social media.
God. And of course, there's a subsect of fans out there who are like, oh, this is confirmation! Walmart Canada knows they have a check mark! I knew the image where it said Big the Cat and stars behind Shadow and Maria was meaning something.
They gotta know.
December 2016.
They gotta be
December
like
1st,
working on
2016.
something though, right? Like they can't be like. I think it's happening.
Well, I mean they are. I mean, just because you're working on something doesn't mean it's going to end up getting released.
Right. Well, I mean,
so-
like they gotta be. They gotta know that the demand is now for the adventure games, and are not going to like hopefully not do like another Forces or something that is not going to be adventure. Like,
Maybe. I
I
don't
would
know.
hope. I mean, I would hope they would have that sense to see where the money's at right now.
Well, nice emulator fast forward cheat. Big cheater.
I pressed the fast. I pressed the
Cheaty McCheaterson.
At least I didn't press the rewind button.
Pee pee poo poo
I
man.
do that all the time.
Is that a real thing in this game?
In
No.
in like the
Okay.
2D like legacy collections, there's usually rewind button. So I did that for like the Darkwing Duck game for the Disney Afternoon collection, but I think Mega Man has it too.
Also, yeah, why is Nasty? Why is it so terrible? Why are you so terrible, Nasty?
No, that's fine. That's great, boss.
Oh, was that the final boss?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the final boss.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, he just runs away from you.
So going back like 6 conversation topics
Almost forgot
earlier,
about you guys.
if we ever decide to desecrate the one full game Metal Gear Solid with some memes edited in by Stefan here and an FTCR Let's Play,
I like how you bring this up. It's like if we ever were to do Metal Gear Solid, and if Stefan did all the work,
What will you do next?
we should do the Bloomcast version, just so we
Yeah.
can be cool and different.
you should do that, Skylar.
Yeah, I can't
Hey,
now.
Sky, did you hear? Sparrow said the sky.
Oh, wow.
He said the sky.
He was like, "Why are you talking over me, Sky?"
You think I also drink Sky vodka?
Yes.
I gotta pick up some vodka.
I don't.
Sky, can it
Going
get
back
some
to-
some
now it-
Sky vodka? I don't want to leave.
That's a fat dragon.
Nasty's ancient history now. So
My two
Going
personal
back-
choices are Tahoe Blue Vodka or JJ Fister Vodka. They're both pretty good. And they're local too.
That green apple Ciroc we had that was really good.
Oh, 100% in the game.
You did it.
Since you don't know, in all the Spyro games, you go and collect 100%, and then once you do that, then you get to play a bonus level that gets you to like an extra couple percent.
I
Like in this game, you get up to 120%. Yeah, this one's 120%, right?
yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's like Sonic Forces.
Does Sonic Forces do that?
Does Sonic Forces actually exist?
No.
Okay.
Going back 4 conversations now, though, if you look at how a lot of Sonic Team's 3D games are reactive to what fans are very loud about, I think that means we're due for a very bad adventure-style game next year, so I hope everyone's ready for that.
I'm pretty sure this got to be remakes.
I hope everyone's ready for really bad remakes of Sonic.
I'm so ready. Let me live again.
I just want a video game.
Let me live again.
The cry of a nation. Answered by
But I
Sonic.
mean, it is the same thing about why fans don't know what they want. They said that Sega were releasing too many Sonic games, but now that they decide to not release Sonic games, now they're mad.
The problem
Or
is
it's
that they
possible
were.
that the fan base is comprised of many different groups with varying viewpoints.
I
Yeah,
know.
defensive. Maybe it's because
Yeah,
they
get
haven't
dunked on.
released a good Sonic game in a long time, and we are okay with.
No, you see, the Sonic fan base hive mind has decided.
The real problem is that there's too many bad Sonic games. There should still be 8 good Sonic games a year. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree.
sticking
I'll take
to
that.
it.
I'll take that. You know, if the games are good, make how many you want.
I'm tired of playing other series. I just want to play Sonic and nothing else.
I mean, it's not like Sega has any other good games. Released.
Yeah, they all
nah.
suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kazuma who?
Why
Panzer
don't they get back to
Dragoon?
me when they make Billy and Hatcher 2? Or Billy Hatcher 2.
Billy and
Billy
Hatcher.
and the Hatcher.
Billy and
too.
Hatcher.
Billy and the
Billy's
Secret
old.
Hatchers.
Billy's old in the new one, and he can't hatch eggs anymore, and he imparts the wisdom upon his daughter.
Billy the Witcher.
Oh, that'd be sick, dude. Speaking of someone who's never played the first one.
Speaking of someone who's never beat the first one, yeah, dude,
I never beat the first one.
I wanted Billy Hatcher too. Did
I
you
would
beat the
totally
first one?
play Billy Hatcher too.
I
didn't.
played the iToy minigame in Sega All Stars for Billy Hatcher. Does that count?
I'm
You're a bigger
sorry.
fan than us.
I never got past like the first. I can't remember how far I got actually.
Remember the iToy?
Yeah, I actually bought that myself and have been meaning to check that out lately. I want to raise Chow with the iToy, damn it. I think that's a thing. If not, I bought this for nothing.
Why don't you use your fast forward cheat here?
Bruh.
Come on, cheat.
I forgot it existed.
On the
Be
bright
a
side,
cheaty cheater.
those cartoon dust clouds look pretty good.
Yeah, and this is all after the patch where they put in like to turn off the motion blur, so it actually looks tolerable.
I was gonna say. Ooh, it was rough when this came out.
Yeah, it was very broken. Of course, the whole like 80 gigs worth of space you needed for it.
Oh my god. That. Okay, let's broach this topic a little bit. When that motion blur patch came out, I posted a tweet about it, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, it's not, it's not a thing anymore." So many people, when you say something like, "Oh, thank goodness they got rid of the motion blur," will say, "I don't see it." Do we just have weird brains where we just pick up on stuff like that? Like I turned it off for Last of Us, I turned it off for Uncharted. I almost always turn motion blur off.
Oh, geez, Spyro.
I never even thought about it, honestly.
Like the
It's weird because for me, because I have like very weird eyesight, so it depends. Because there are at some points when there are like sometimes when like, motion blur does really bug me, and then there are times when motion blur is like, oh, I don't really notice it. It's kind of the same thing with like frames per second, really. Where it's like when somebody say the diff, there's like 30 frames and 60 frames, and they're like, oh, you can tell exactly like, oh, this is 30 and this is 60, and for me, I'm just like, I can't really tell. Like I think like Spyro is, I believe is supposedly 30 and not
Yes.
60, but for me, I'm like, I can't tell like what's 60 and what's 30. It's like it doesn't run like I can tell if something goes like below 20, but if something's like runs at 30 or 60, it's like I can barely tell like what the difference is.
As one of those people, I can tell you that Spyro actually frame skips a lot, and it's always like one frame. So it's actually running like a frame below normal, and it's really weird.
So like 29.97 like most movie editors.
So going back,
I think it goes
Isn't it
down
like
like 28.
24.97 for movies?
For
Well, I
movies.
mean like for movies, but like for video editing, like video editing, when I put my footage into like Final Cut, it like exports in 29.97.
Well, that's stupid. Tell it to stop.
so going back to
Yeah.
an earlier conversation, Team Edward or Team
Let's go back
Jacob?
to another conversation I started.
Team
I was just
Edward
going to say the only motion,
or Team Jacob?
Aaron.
Go with the motion blur.
Team Edward or Team Jacob?
The only
Team motion blur. Go.
The only games where I've not felt the need, ironically, were both like Insomniac games, that new Ratchet and that Spider-Man game. For some reason, the motion blur there felt immensely natural to me. So basically, never take anything I say. Don't ever listen to me.
See, you mentioned
I
that
won't take
because
it.
like. Yeah, because you mentioned that, and I'm like, yeah, when I think it, because I never thought about like the Spider-Man having motion blur, but then when I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, obviously it would have motion blur, but I guess it worked in the context because that game's so it's so fast paced
Yeah.
that the motion blur kind of like helps kind of give like enhance the speed, while Spyro is much more like it's fast, but it's much more slower paced in comparison. So when you're just simply turning the camera and you see that motion blur, and it's like, oh, I'm just standing still and turning, so it ends up being like a much bigger problem.
So no one answered my question.
And now here's the part where you get all loaded gems.
People will get Nasty's memes.
Speaking of loaded gems, Team
I
Edward or
love
Team
all
Jacob?
I love all these pictures that they added here.
Aaron, why are you still talking about Team Edward? We're good.
I need to
done.
know I need to know which side you land on.
Team
I'm,
Dark.
I'm Team Rose.
Imagination.
Okay, but anyway, that's Team Edward. Unsubscribe
Confidence.
because it's Team Jacob all the way here. FDCR's official stance.
Good knowledge.
I still can't believe they gave Nasty Narc fucking memes. I go back and forth on whether I like that or not.
Well, they aren't even like specifically memes.
Those
They're
aren't-
like they're also like what do you
Inspirational
call it?
posters.
Motivational
Yeah,
posters.
those are
Yeah.
memes.
Remember
You're a
when
meme.
They're
motivators
they're
were
memes.
I mean, but they were like serious
Spyro the
motivational
Dragon.
posters before.
You defeated Gnasty, collected the Dragon.
Look, man,
saved
Advice
Golden
Dog has
Eggs,
got
and
some
then
words for
recovered
you.
Every bit of treasure in the Kingdom. Dragon, how do you feel?
I feel
Oh,
fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the
Bob,
Dragon World, of
I
course.
forgot
I
the-
certainly
oh,
want to
man.
spend the rest of
Why
my
is he
Dragon
wearing
days with his weird
sunglasses at
minions.
night?
What's a minion?
Because he's cool. God damn it. What? That doesn't even make sense.
For every
He
good
said, "What's a
battle, you need a
minion?"
good
Oh.
What's a
And I
woman?
felt that Nasty.
Was
So,
Uh-oh. This'll be ignored in the sequel.
so I'm confused.
Laugh
I
track.
thought he was so is he dead or not?
Yes.
Except in Heroes Tale.
I'm confused. Where was Eruptor?
Oh. Also, I sped up the credits like by 200% because they're really slow.
Thank you.
Also, I didn't even play that all. I think I only just played up through these little concept arts.
Wow.
Thank you.
Because I wanted because these are really cute. Just these drawings of Spyro with the dragons. Also, it's the same credits for all three games, right? I don't think they change it at all.
I'm
Why are you
pretty
asking
sure.
me?
Yeah.
Max and Chris.
No, you're not. You're asking me.
Yes, there's Sanzaru. So yeah, they just put all three credits all together. So Spyro the Dragon, Chris, what's your op-ed?
It's probably still my second favorite Spyro game. In my mind, 3 is still my favorite, and 2 just feels weird to me. That's not a statement on which one is better or not, I guess I should clarify. Those are just personal preference.
Aaron, Spyro 1 opinion.
I love this game. It is one of my favorite 3D platformers. I 3D platformers, collectathons, I'll play them all. Good, bad, whatever. And this is an example of one of the best. So if you're going to start somewhere, start here. Pick up the collection. It's well worth it.
Team Edward.
Motherfucker.
Skylar, are you Team Edward, or are you Team Jonathan, who's going to play Spyro 1 Reignited?
Well, it's not as good as Enter the Year of the Dragonfly.
Enter the Year of the Dragonfly, Turritos Rage. Great game. Who are the car... What?
The Car Wash Inc.
I swear there's like
Counterpunch?
50 studios on this game.
Well, I mean, again, with how short of a time period they had to make this game, it's no wonder they would have. They just basically got literally everybody they could.
Hey, Sanzaru, you can remake a PlayStation 1 game in 1 month, right? Okay, have fun.
Oh,
The G Factory doesn't
okay.
exist.
but yeah, I'm kind of basically the same thing with Chris. 3's my favorite. 1's my second favorite, and then 2, I still really love 2. Which I think overall, yeah, I wouldn't even say 2 is the worst of the 3. Yeah, because I think probably overall 1 might technically be the weakest. One was the first. The original Spyro 1 was. I mean, Crash was the first game on the PS1 that I played, but Spyro was the first one that I really got into. It was the first game I ever beat. It was the first game I got invested into the world. I wanted to explore everything. I did explore everything, and it filled me with such a sense of awe in scope, and just kind of it gave me this feeling of wow, this is video gaming. You can do so much and just give you so much enjoyment just simply exploring around, collecting stuff and killing people. And then
people?
So when the Reignited came out, and I was like, holy shit, I can play these games new again. And I played through Spyro 1, and I don't think I played through in one session. I think it took me 2 or 3, but still just re-experiencing this whole game and just seeing everything in a new fresh light was just it felt so good. And because I've played the game from the back of my head, it was smooth sailing, and it was such a good time. And I can't wait to go through 2 and 3 again, because yeah, the trilogy is one that I would always go back through and just 100% all 3 of the games all in one go a lot of times.
Same. I agree. Sure.
All right.
It's a perfect place to end it off.
We'll see you in 2029 for Spyro 2.
35 minutes.
Bye. Team Jacob for life.